The CNBC Africa Golf Day, proudly brought to you by the ABN Group. Champions of both business and government join forces to champion golf. It's the 10th annual CNBC Africa Golf Day, a decade of enthusiastic golf blended with hearts of gold for a good cause. Words are far and wide when describing what this day really means.
Beautiful. You know, it's tough.
Fantastic.
It's fun.
Lots of fun.
It's a leveler.
Windy.
Epic.
A game that is unbeatable.
Rocking day. And rocking golf. Great day.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Amazing. Good camaraderie. I just got a par at a stroke 1. I got a 4 for 4. What better day could I ask for?
Those in attendance here are all in full agreement that life is certainly better when you golf.
Hello Africa and welcome to the CNBC Africa special. I'm Aviwe Mtila and today I'm in Centurion in Pretoria. It's a sunny day out here, a perfect day for golf. And of course the ABN Group has brought together big business people and government officials for the CNBC Africa Golf Day. Let's take a look what they have in store for us.
This is the 10th edition of the CNBC Africa Golf Day, which also forms part of CNBC Africa's decade as a leader of business news on the African continent. The best person to detail the company's milestone over the years is the co-founder and vice chairman of the ABN Group, Rakesh Wahi.
We started from playing the tournament from the first year in 2007, and I've been very passionate about this game. So right from my childhood. So it was something that, and it resonates well in the South African business landscape as well. So it was just great starting it out, and, year on year it's just been growing. And over a period of time, what we did was we actually brought our foundation activities into the element of golf. So while we enjoy the day out, we've got a lot of our business friends and colleagues that are playing here with us. And it's a great opportunity to actually work for the ABN Education Trust and raise money. So we've got the whole day of fun, and then in the evening we're looking forward to raising some money, for the children that are in the various orphanages that we support, the tertiary education opportunities, as well as other initiatives across Africa.
As the golf was teed off, we caught up with Gauteng Premier David Makura.
This is a beautiful day. There's no reason to complain. A little bit windy, but the weather is great. We look forward to playing on a day like this for charity, for the CNBC Africa. There's a lot of work that I know a golf day like this impacts on, especially on the education of our youth.
How is he faring off?
Certainly I haven't started well, but I look forward to playing much better in the course of the day. I can't complain about weather.
Okay,
beautiful weather. That's the typical Gauteng weather.
But have you practiced? Have you been knocking it out there? Are you ready to? Are you going to be winning even today?
I can't practice too much because I have lots of work to do. So, but I'm out here for charity. I'm out here to enjoy the day. There will be winners, and certainly I don't play to win. I play for charity.
Confidence is a crucial part of the game, and Telkom boss Jabu Mabuza, who was in a 4-ball alliance with Sid Wahi, Premier David Makura and William Mzimba, had confidence in abundance.
Golf is one of those leveling. It's a leveler. It really humbles you, but it also just teaches you patience, tolerance, and just effort. Take it one step at a time.
Now, the last time I met you at a golf course, you promised me a win that never came through. What are you promising today, Mr. Mabuza?
No, look, when I promised you the win, I thought we had 5 years ahead of us. If we won, that would have been the end of 3 out of 5. So we would have had to now play 4 out of 7. And I don't think both companies were prepared to commit for further 7 years in advance of commitment in that sport. But today I think it's a good day, lovely arrangement, and I'm looking forward to just having fun.
Okay, but are we expecting you to lift the trophy up maybe today?
I did ask Rakesh if am I allowed to win, but I'm playing with his son and with the Premier, and I'm not sure whether that would be considered fair. We'll try not to win.
And so it was game on.
The game's going good. Could be better. I think Sid had some masterminding to do with who was playing in the 4-ball. So, but we're coming along steadily.
And so far, who's outshining everyone according to you so far?
Well, in the 4-ball, Ross certainly is teaching us some lessons, and we're trying to learn as quick as possible. But the turn on the next 9, I think we're going to get it together.
Well, today I don't think I've had a game so far, but I think it's good being out here with everyone. It's a lovely golf day, but it can only get better. But that's what golf's all about. One shot at a time, and one of those shots will bring you back.
Come 5 o'clock, the award ceremony, are we going to expect you up there on the podium taking a trophy or two?
Look, if I'm handing out the trophies with my team members, then maybe we will be up there. But at this stage, we've got a lot of catching up to do. But it's good that we set ourselves a challenge.
So far, so good. We started so well. I have 3 more guys who are really on fire. But we had a little bit of a blip somewhere. So we're going to fix it because we still have more holes to play.
We've done okay so far because I don't know how everybody else is doing. So it's difficult for me to measure where we're standing in terms of the top order. But so far, it's been good.
The course is good. The day is fantastic. It's a bit windy, but wind is better than rain. So we are having a lot of fun. And the course is not in bad shape coming from winter.
Unfortunately, this is the first year, after in 10 years that I've not been able to get onto the course because I had surgery earlier this year. And so I'm laid off. So I'm, as they say, walking wounded. So I'm not able to play, but, I'm going around meeting all the golfers on the course and, motivating everybody to do well. So it's just been a good day out.
So you should be able to give us a perspective of who have you seen being the most competitive or inside information on who's going to win.
I don't know about who's going to win, but we just had Sam Bembe and his team go, and he's one of the favourites. There's another group following which has got Arun Chadda and Mr. Dhawan, and they're playing very well. And then there are a few other groups that I've seen that but golf is a game you can't predict till it's over. So 18 holes is a long way, and I think they've completed 9 holes now. So let's see how the next 9 roll out.
On the last day of Women's Month, the ladies were out in full swing.
It's been great, but what has motivated all of us as a team, we are 4 women playing together, and secondly, the cause for which we are playing. It's for the ABN Education Trust. So a good game means good after party, means good fundraising, and that's what all counts.
And how is the game actually going in the golf course? Is it are the ladies leading so far?
We are
These
ladies
we are really doing very well. We are leading with birdies and pars and all that. Yeah.
And this team, should we expect, come the award ceremony, should we expect this team to go up there and take?
I think we do stand a chance, but they say you should never count your chickens before they're hatched. We still have another 8 to go to, but so far so good. The gods have been kind and the women have been fantastic.
We've seen good numbers of ladies playing today, and I think for the Women's Month, what a wow to complete it. I mean, 444 for me is like, happy Women's Month, man.
I think it's a great event. I've played in it every year, and I think they do great, especially later on tonight where they have the auction and they raise money. I think it's a brilliant event for that. Yeah.
I played with Bongi, is a star, and so is Nola. They're both stars, and I enjoyed their game, but I enjoyed also that they made it fun. They didn't just stress about winning. We all played well and had fun while doing it.
The bigger picture here was helping the less fortunate. The proceeds gained here are for charity, largely going to the ABN Education Trust.
We who are able to assist, whether we are corporate or individuals, are definitely called upon to ensure that we support charities because, it could have been me, it could have been my son, it could have been my daughter, it could have been my relative.
All these things are for good causes. Financial journalism is so key to this country. I think it's a critical skill that's really required, and it's a skill that once you've developed and start using, doesn't restrict you or bound you to South Africa. It can give you that opportunity to really cross borders and add value to the continent.
Anything that you do for less privileged people out there and people that are struggling through life maybe is a good thing. And we obviously had to support that and make sure that we do our part as CCOM to put something forward and share the love, so to speak.
nobody can say we're doing too much for education. There is a greater need out there. And this is something that's close to my heart. Of course, I'm happy to be associated with it for a very good cause.
I think it's very important that initiatives like this are done, and education money's pumped into things like education, because the country needs a lot of growth in that space. So I think the initiative is fantastic, and we thank CNBC Africa for the initiative.
Where there are business and government leaders, networking opportunities are inevitable.
The CNBC always brings a very interesting group of people together. I actually quit golf, but I decided to come for the networking. The CNBC is really internalizing and reflecting transformation in the country. So it's great to see so many black empowerment people here. It's just wonderful.
I'm playing with a guy who I've done business with in the past. So that's probably chalked off. At the moment, I haven't met too many people as yet, but probably afterwards, in the prize giving that, can do a bit of networking and see what comes out of that.
The golf day is a great way of fostering the bonds which already are there. So let's say we haven't met anybody new, but we are strengthening our bonds, and we all hope to work together within the community, for business, for South Africa as a whole.
There's a very strong network of people who one is doing business with, or one actually foresees doing business with. So the networking is quite, it's working out. It's quite relevant, and I think CNBC has put a good team together.
I think we're doing more
chatting than golf.
We do more chatting than golf, yes, definitely. I mean, being in the printing industry, I mean, like, the biggest thing ever for me, So definitely networking, way on.
Just we got to the course and we started playing, so hopefully after the golf we'll get to meet some of the big business heads and network with them.
I met a few people that I didn't know before. The guy that we played with, I didn't know before. There's business prospects with Nola, CNBC. So business-wise it was good. It was nice also to see the clubs that Charles Schwartzel plays with.
We were probably going to network a little bit more after the game, but it was good to share each other's company. I personally, I think it's going to be a good thing, because our company is a part investor in CNBC Africa, and we're looking to do more. So hopefully there will be a lot more networking after.
As the sun slowly disappeared from the sky, scorecards would tell who the victors would be. After the break, we bring you the award ceremony where the CNBC Africa 2017 Golf Day champions will be crowned, so stay tuned.
Which hole was it? What hole was it?
And how's it coming along so far?
Fine, we have some very good players with us. We have Kunal Seth, we have Simeon, we have Donovan. They're a good team. I'm just a passenger, so it's a good time out.
But I see you checking the scorecards. Are we going to expect awards from the scorecard later?
I don't know. I think we still have 5 holes to go. We're hoping if we can keep our 5 holes together, then we might be somewhere up there.
We need a calculator.
This is. We need a calculator.
Yes.
We're going to the award ceremony now. How do you think that these results will be up there with the best of them?
No, but we will give them a go.
But how was your day? How was the golf?
It was very windy. It was like a small baby.
The team played well. Can I assume that they played well?
Not to the standards that we normally play up to. So I don't know whether we played well or not. I mean, it's all relative. So it depends on how other people play. But this 4-ball has got very good golfers. So normally we play a lot better than we played today. At least I know that with myself. Yeah.
But did you enjoy the day?
No, absolutely. The day was fantastic. I mean, it's always great to be out on the golf course any day of the week. Whether you shoot 100 or you shoot 70, as long as you're out on the golf course, it's a good time.
It was fantastic. I had fun, enjoyed the golf, enjoyed the company, played with pros. Really was fun. Yes, I'm really hoping we win something, because we really tried. We played hard. We really tried.
It was really, really great day. Great people. I had a wonderful 4-ball. I feel terribly bad that I let them down. Here and there I save them, but mainly I let them down. I hope they forgive me. I don't think we'll win any prizes, but I won a hell of a lot of friends, and I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, we fared average. The course was not difficult, but it was a bit windy. But fantastic weather and a fantastic day of golf. I think CNBC has done absolutely a fantastic job. The t-shirts are great, the caps are great, the field was great, the company was fantastic, so I think they've done a great job.
Only time would tell which four-ball alliance would come out on top.
Now the ladies and gentlemen here have battled it out on the green, and after a long day, it has finally come to an end. It is now time to find out who's won what at the award ceremony, and also who's auctioning what at the auction that's going to take place here. Let's go inside and find out what's happening.
The ladies and gentlemen here exchanged their golfing gear for gowns and suits. The managing director of CMA Investment Holdings touched on some of CNBC Africa's milestones over the years.
So with that said, I hope you've all had a good day out on the golf course, and we've organized this for the last 10 years with the intent to obviously have a good time and do some networking, but also to support a cause and help further some of our social responsibilities within the group. So just to recap, we founded the ABN Education Trust in 2012 to embrace our social responsibilities. My mother being its patron, the trust over the last 6 years has supported orphanages, provided bursaries for college education for children from previously disadvantaged families, including members of our staff. As a group, we've also provided for 250 internships for workplace experience. And so in our own small yet meaningful way, we're able to give back and make a difference to the lives of a few people. So thank you for joining us this evening and supporting this cause. So since I have the stage, I may as well use this opportunity to talk about some of the milestones we've achieved as the ABN Group. So the value of creating a network to tell the African economic story has been our USP since 2007. And during this period, we've covered news daily from every single major African exchange, and we've been able to set up a presence in 12 countries over the last 10 years. Integrated with business news from our partners, CNBC International, we've come up with a compelling value proposition, and we've become the most comprehensive business news station on the continent, broadcasting 9 hours of local content on channel DSTV 410 every day.
The guest speaker for the evening was Premier David Makura, who shared the Gauteng government's relationship with CNBC Africa.
CNBC Africa has been a phenomenally successful story. And we who may not know your balance sheet, define your success really away from that side of things. But you have changed the media landscape in our continent. One of the important things that Premier Shilowa, what you would be very pleased to know is that CNBC Africa, that work you started 10 years ago, has broadened the footprint of the Gauteng government in the continent. So we have been able to go to many areas in our continent, and we are doing that, and we are building relations with subnational governments, states, and regions, major urban regions and cities in our continent, largely at the back of the footprint of CNBC Africa. So it's not a parasitic relationship. And in the context of our country today, it's very important for me to say this. We get value for money. For every single cent like we do with every media house, and so we don't work only with CNBC, we work with every media house. But I can tell you we get value for money. For every cent that we say to CNBC, we have this program in East Africa or in West Africa, we get extensive value for money in the relationship that we have with CNBC in Africa. And there's no other media house in our country that can do what CNBC Africa does in the continent. That I can say with my eyes closed. There isn't. They can't provide the platform that CNBC Africa provides for us.
The bigger picture here is helping those who are less fortunate afford tertiary education via the ABN Education Trust. A total of 115,000 was raised in this auction for charity. And now for the CNBC Africa 2017 Golf Day champions.
The first prize is a night's executive stay at an executive's room at Moloko in Sandton, including breakfast. A bottle of Carol Boy's wines, then a full golfers weekend courtesy of Sun International, which once again is a 4-ball at Woodhill Golf Course, full access to the course, drinks, entertainment at Times Square Casino Menlyn, and accommodation at the brand new Times Square Hotel, plus our apparel partner today, Pringle of Scotland. I mean, how fantastic did those shirts and those cap look on all of you today? Yeah, I think that deserves a round of applause. And it felt great. It felt so comfortable. I really enjoyed that. So they each get a Pringle of Scotland voucher to the value of 1,500 Rand. So, yeah, I know. Very nice. Thank you very much to all our sponsors and those who've given these fantastic prizes for our 4-ball. So, in first place with a score of 93, that is the 4-ball of Nola Mashaba, Neliswe Ntola, Jeff Moloto, and Bongi Mokaba.
While celebrations went on through the night, well wishes for CNBC Africa's 10th anniversary came pouring in throughout the day.
It's been 10 years, great 10 years. I hope another great 10 years. I'm just worried about my age. I wish I could stop the clock. I don't really want to be 70 and still be here. So Rakesh, if you discover something, stop the clock so that we can all remain, young and handsome that we are.
Remembering how long we've traveled with them, from when we met them the first time, when we met them in Dubai, when we came back here, and the launch that they've really been doing very well, both in terms of the CNBC and the rest of the packaging that they have been adding.
Well, I think CNBC Africa, it's a great company, great business, shares a lot of news all around Africa. And it's something that I think certainly one of the best news channels in the country and for Africa. And it's far better than CNN, I have to say.
CNBC Africa, congratulations, happy birthday, 10 years of brilliant broadcasting. I hope there's plenty more. Congratulations, you guys are amazing and we love to partner even more with you.
Yeah, thanks for being there. You do a good coverage of Africa itself. I do watch your program sometimes in the mornings, and yeah, well done.
Voila, keep going, keep going strong. We are there to support you. We wouldn't even mind to show up in the screens every now and then.
No, it's going strong. Well done.
Yeah.
Great 10 years.
I want to say to CNBC Africa that we wish them all the very best, and may they have another 10 years of great glory and success. And in that time, they must keep contributing to society the way they are today. And we wish them all the very best. We know them, I know them personally, the guys Sid Wahi and Rakesh Wahi, and I wish them all the very best in their business ventures.
Well, they should keep growing in Africa the way they've been growing, and they should become, they are the leaders, business leaders in Africa, and their viewership should grow. I think they're covering a lot of sectors, and they're covering the whole of Africa, which gives insight to people like us in South Africa what's happening in the rest of Africa, and that's what they're doing fantastic. So keep up the good job with Rakesh Wahi and Roberto. Just keep up the good work.
For any entrepreneur, this is a great milestone, because when you set up a business, particularly something as challenging as what we're trying to do in Africa, a lot of people didn't think that CNBC Africa would see the light of day. And 10 years on, we're still here. We've made a huge inroad into the African continent. And as an entrepreneur and as the founder of this business, I just feel great that we've been able to establish and meet all the milestones that we'd set. And we got a long runway ahead of us in terms of what we have to do on the continent, and a lot more to achieve still.